So who wants to see my terrible driving? I'm currently talking to myself while I am driving. I just was sitting at an intersection and I was like, people probably think I'm a little weird, but you know, everybody does the whole like touchless calling, or like where you don't have to hold your phone in your hand the whole time you're calling. So I figure now, like, why not? You know, I see so many YouTubers who they do this sort of thing where they're vlogging from their car, like while they're driving, and I was like, why can't I do that? It's currently raining, so this footage might get lost and I might have to refilm all of this, but you know, it is what it is, and that's just where we're at in life. It's raining off and on. Like, I had my job interview today, I'm just leaving that. Ooh, the plants are out at our local, we have a fruit and vegetable shop place in our area, and they usually fence off a section of their parking lot so that they can put flowers and plants and vegetables and things like that for people to buy, and they have them out now. And I was wondering when they were going to have them out. The farmer's market just started. I've always wanted to go, but it's always been from like 9 to 1 and like during the day. And it's like, I work all day, all week. Like, I'm not going to take some sick time or vacation time so I can go to the farmer's market. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not, no, not unless I'm like dying. And if I'm dying, I'm not going to go to the farmer's market. Oh, okay. The car that's going really slow in front of me is going my way, so that's great. Because we have a split at a Y, and you could go left to go to a different town, or you can go right to go where the car dealerships are, or where my town is, where I live. And it's very sunny, which provides a very nice glow, like a nice little halo thing, but it also like illuminates the rain. Okay, so certain parts it's like pouring, certain parts it's dripping very gently, and other parts it's like pure on like insanity. I was doing my makeup for this interview, and I totally got off topic for what I was talking about with the rain, but I just explained it, so it's okay. I did my makeup today, and I reached for the Catrice face and body illuminating powder thing, thinking it was bronzer, because my L'Oreal Lumi bronzer is the same size as that, and I put highlighter all over my forehead, and I was like, why is this not doing anything with my bronzer brush? So now my bronzer brush has highlighter in it, which I'm hoping that after I did that, I was like, crap, wrong one. So I got the face and body bronzer, which is like a glowy, dewy kind of, well, more glowy than dewy, but a glowy bronzer, and I put that all over my face kind of to like diffuse it, and then I put some setting spray on real quick to try and like help with it a little bit, but I'm a little worried that my forehead looks kind of crazy, and it sucks because in this interview, I wore my mask, so the only part of my face you can see is my freaking forehead that's like covered in highlighter. I'm like, if this is not a sign, and I'm like, I hope it's a good sign that I'm getting this job because I really want it. But I had the interview, and I think it went really well. They seemed to really like me. They asked what my salary, like, expectations were, and I should have been the whole, well, what are the expectations typically of a person in this position? And it kind of dawned on me that, yes, I did use my blinker, in case you didn't hear that. But anyway, I was, like, trying to think of a way to answer it without, like, because I feel like if you say, well, what are your expectations for somebody in this position? I feel like it almost makes me seem a little bit stupid, like I don't know the quality of the work I'm doing, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it makes sense, but it might not make sense. But to me, in my mind, that didn't seem like the right answer. And I remembered whenever I looked at the job application when I was filling it out, they were thinking between $17 and I think $21 an hour. So I kind of went a little lower, which was probably a mistake, but it's more money than I'm making now. But I kind of said, you know, I'm expecting to make like $18 an hour because I do have my master's degree, and at some point plan on getting my license. I kept bringing that up to try and be like, I was very focused on education and very like looking forward to like moving forward. Kind of was like, I think 18 is about the good number. And I said, because my job right now only requires a bachelor's, I feel like I am, you know, should be making a little bit more. And they were kind of like, why are you, you know, wanting to leave your job right now? And I gave my honest answer, the answer I've been telling people, and I probably should have thought of this a little bit more, but my mind was just like gone this morning. Could not properly think of like the right thing to say. I'm almost at my apartment now. Yay. And the clouds look really dark and scary, so that's nice. But I was just kind of like, I don't really feel like I'm making much of a difference at my job because I don't have experience having children. I said I like working with children, but I'm not really good at like the parenting aspect because I have never had my own children. And I'm just like, I like working with the families, but whoa, almost drove off my driveway. That's nice. But, okay, we're home. But, I was just like, I don't really like teaching parenting. I like helping them find things they need and like being a case manager, which was like the whole position I was applying for. And so they were like, okay. I think it went really well. I'm really hoping I get the job. They told me I'd hear back within the next week. So we're crossing our fingers super hard. Okay, I'm back. I just left my car. Yeah, I was wearing a dress that has this pattern and the sleeves have this little like ruffly thing to them, which also has that at the bottom hemline. And then I wore these really cute boots. I'll take one off so you can see it. These are the boots I wore. I told you guys I would show you what I was wearing, but yeah, I got these at Target for like 20 bucks on sale and they're really cute. My Wattpad account, I call it Wattpad, but I'll call it Wattpad so you guys don't think that I'm an idiot, even though I am. But so you guys also know what I'm talking about. I always have the link for my profile down in the description box, so definitely check that out. I write lots of various stories, and I will plan on doing a video soon talking about like my channel or my profile, the things that I write about, how to like grow your thing and like how to grow your profile and your stories and like get more views and blah, 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 all that stuff. But, I reached 1,000 views, so I'm really hoping that will like give me the boost to like get out there with my writing. I've written a couple stories that have hit off really well. I have one that's almost at 1 million views, which is insane. Like it blows my mind, and it has like 60 plus chapters. So I'm kind of like thinking that might be why, that's why it has so many views, but I'm not complaining. And that's the best way to get views, is to make one that has that. So when people read it multiple times, you're getting like 300 views from this one person reading it like 4 times, you know? So you gotta think ahead. But I have a lot of these stories written where these children become babies because of various experiments, things like that, and they have to navigate the world from a baby perspective. Meanwhile, they don't remember being a child, and it's very confusing, and then their emotions start to affect them, and it's all those, like, that's basically what my stories are basically about. They're not all related, but I am writing one now that, spoiler alert, if any of you are fans of mine and read the story called Nursery on my Wattpad, it is going to tie in with another story, so the worlds will be combined, which I've never done that before, and I'm so excited. I'm really branching out and trying to, like, do things different and, like, challenge myself to write things that are a little bit more, like, obscure. But I found recently that Wattpad likes the same types of stories. They like romance, teen fiction. They're not really big fans of like vampire, werewolf, anything fantasy type. I mean, somewhat, but for the most part, not really, which kind of sucks because like I really like to write vampire, werewolf. I mean, I read Twilight as a teenager, so like clearly, but I really like to write stories like that. And also like, I consider them teen fiction, but they're really like, not really thrillers, but they're just kind of like, they're kid thrillers, but not for kids, if that makes any sense at all. But I'm really hoping to get on Wattpad's radar, so then that way I can get like a book published, or I can get on paid books. I don't really want to do the paid stuff on Wattpad, only because it then limits the people that can read them, and I feel bad for people who want to read them, but then can't because you have to pay for it. And that's not really fair. I have a book that it was like 3/4 of the way done that I was reading, not writing, and somebody, the author decided that they were going to have their book be published through Wattpad, like the paid stories, and then I didn't get to finish the story. And I'm like, at least have it out there for a while before you then go and make it a paid story, because now I don't want to pay to read it, but then I'm stuck, and it like makes me feel like kind of negative towards this author, that they would like be a sellout. I'd rather have my story become a published book, like an actual physical book, than a paid thing that you have to pay on a website, because I feel like more often than not, people are more likely to get a paperback or a hardcover book than they are to put money into a website and read from that website. Because I feel like a lot of these people are younger kids, and they'd rather have a physical copy than like this pay online. And a lot of kids don't have credit cards, so like they can't always do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do some laundry with my washer dryer. I have some stuff I need to rotate and get taken care of. I'm gonna go upstairs and do some cleaning. Okay, I'm not having a weird hair day, but like my hair is doing some weird stuff. It's in that teetering of like needs washed, but I'm gonna keep seeing how far I can push it kind of a thing. But I kind of got this idea. I was flipping through my YouTube and I got a recommendation to watch a Carrie Dayton video. And if you haven't seen Carrie, I will link her channel down below. She focuses on body positivity and just kind of accepting yourself. Not so much even body positivity, but like just accepting yourself in general and things like that. And my mom and I went shopping today. I was like, well, I kind of need some new shorts, so let's go into Kohl's and just look around. So I went over to the section that has Sonoma, that has like women's, and I was looking around, found a couple shirts, just some random like half loungewear, half like I can get away with wearing them to work as long as I have like a nice cardigan over top to like dress it up a little bit. And they didn't really have hardly any shorts, at least not the ones I was interested in. And I was a little bit self-conscious looking for shorts because I started to notice that the size I usually wear is not the size that fits much anymore. Like I have some that are older, like a year or two older, that do fit, but because I've been wearing them so much that I've stretched them out a little bit. But if I were to buy a new pair, I don't feel like they would fit anymore. So I'd have to size up. And it kind of, to me, like almost felt like defeat in a way that like I couldn't make the size I'm used to work. So I didn't find any shorts that I was interested in. And then my mom was looking at clothes and she's like, I really like seeing all these sundresses, but I don't wear them because I feel like I look too fat in them. So it kind of did make me sad. And it wasn't so much that like it was my mom saying these things, which of course like always makes you sad whenever like your parents have these thoughts that are like very, like not upsetting, but just like, you know, sad thoughts basically. Like something like this kind of just gets you a little down. And it's just kind of like anybody in general where they feel like certain things aren't made for their body type or they can't even wear them, even if they make them for their size. And I was like, well, it's not so much the dress. I like there's certain dresses that will look better than other dresses, and that's just kind of how things are. And I remember like I watched Sierra Schultze and Carrie Dayton and a couple other like, you know, plus size / mid-size YouTubers who try on clothing and they talk about weight and body positivity and things like that. And they can wear jumpsuits and dresses and all sorts of like outfits that we feel as like bigger sized women we can't get away with wearing because they accentuate our fat, or they just make it look too obvious that we're bigger, or it just makes us feel like we're not like made to be in a dress. Like we can't wear dresses because we feel fat with them. And I felt that way for a very long time. It's just gotten recently that I've like felt comfortable wearing dresses, and I still even wear like shapewear underneath to try and just like make me feel more comfortable. And I was like, I know my mom might not be comfortable with that, and some people don't want to have to get a dress. Like, they don't want to have to get all that shapewear to wear underneath a dress. But I was like, you know, you can get certain dresses in certain patterns that don't always accentuate that sort of thing or can hide it. My mom had found these pair of pants, or she found a skirt, and it was button up, but it was a long skirt, almost like ankle length. And I was like, that's really pretty. And I kept trying to like talk it up, like, there you go, you're trying something out of your comfort zone. You're wearing something that you don't normally wear. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be something like super flashy to make, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to always get something that's like super out of your comfort zone. It can just be something like a style you don't normally wear. But I was like, I feel like that would really work, and I feel like it would look really nice. And I'm like, even if, you know, you feel like you might, you know, some of your insecurities might be showing, I'm like, if you like it, wear it. I want to like share that because I know that that's a topic that's like kind of hard for some people to like talk about. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end the vlog completely. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get notified of when I upload my videos, my vlogs, anything in between, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you then. Bye.